How you doing? Welcome to my new show, Awkward Camera Angles. This may be one of the first somewhat normal-ish shave of the day videos I've done, but last night we were on IRC, and Brad from Maggards Razors was there and answering some questions and just kind of bullshitting with people. And so I asked him about shavettes. What would be one that you would recommend? What are from the site? And apparently the new ones that just hit the site, which if you get the Maggards newsletter, they have a 10% off code right now. So if you're thinking of getting anything, that's a good time. So I wanted to know about shavettes, and apparently the new $20 shavette is actually a really good one. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give that a shot. And then Cosmo Barber recommended the Kamasori style. That's a clone of the Kai style. So both of those together with blades for the Kamasori is like $50 for the discount. So not bad. I'm going to give that a shot. The reason I'm doing that is so yesterday I shaved with the old style khaki, and that comes with just a basic Gillette old type, which is kind of the same in a lot of different cases. It's really kind of the case that makes a razor in this case. But what I also did was I got a mail call, and I'm not very good at waiting for things. So I got my first shavette, and this is from the Holy Black. And the Holy Black is kind of known for, they love their gimmicks. You know, they like things that look cool, and they can be a bit pricey. I think this was like $55 or something. It does look super cool, and I like the fact that it holds a normal 1/2 of a DE razor, so you can just break a blade in half and just pop that in there. And I like that because the length of the actual cutting area is what I'm just really used to when shaving. So for me, that was pretty easy to do. The problem was these scales are real bone and they're super heavy. So it was really awkward to hold it. And it's just a very awkward shaped blade. And when you don't really know what you're doing, awkward shapes aren't terribly fun. So that's why I was asking about that. So I just used it a little bit yesterday with my old type, just kind of try to see if I could get parts of my neck or if cheeks worked well, and shockingly it was great. I mean, like, people kind of say that shavettes are way harder than straight razors. I don't agree. I thought it was a lot easier, but probably that's because of the size of the blade and my familiarity with that. So, long rambling going on. When we're on the IRC, we start talking about the different types of shavettes, and there's a thing called the Razorine, and it's going to be linked to my Shave of the Day post, but it's a ridiculous thing. It's basically a double-edged head on a stick, and it's made to look like a straight razor, but the thing is, with an actual straight razor, you can move the blade up and down, and you can adjust your shave angle. And with a safety razor, you can't. The shave angle is a product of how the head is designed, and that's it. It shaves here. It doesn't shave this way. That's the problem. So it's really not using a straight razor. You're just using a safety razor on a stick. This led to joking around, and I made the comment, well, have you tried just taking the handle off your safety razor and pinching that shit? And that turned into a challenge from One More Time and Stephen Joyner and Misplaced Texan on the IRC. And I'll post a kind of funny conversation there. So that is going to be my challenge. So this would be the Maggards razor I would normally use when I'm using a Maggards razor. I've had several, but I've kind of picked them over the years. This is the only actual Maggards razor, full Maggards razor I have left. But I'm not going to use that because I am going to take the handle off and pinch that shit. Use it like a Razorine without even the stick. So this is my Maggards blue handle, and I love this handle. If you use your 10% off code and go to Maggards, this is a great thing to get. I keep this right here in my shave den, and anytime I'm using, say, a Game Changer, or in this case, a Mamba, uh, even old type heads, almost any three-piece, I really commonly use this handle in place of what it came with stock. I really love the way it's got those grooves. It makes it super easy to just let it float when you're going against the grain, and just a really good feel, a really good heft. We're going to do the secondary IRC challenge, and I am going to hold it like that and try and use this in a shave. So I know I've already kind of gone on for a while, so probably going to put some real breaks in me talking so that I can speed up the video, because I know you probably have stuff to do. Alright, so this may be a bit controversial, putting a little water on your soap while you're taking a shower. Obviously it doesn't have to be done. I just like to do it because I like to put that water in my hands and rub it on my face and just have a bit of pre-soap. Really, that's all it's about. The soap doesn't really need it, but it's my soap. Do it all I want. Okay, so nice and loaded. We've got Maggards Barbershop, and this is really, really good barbershop. This is not like all creative like some of the Southern Witch Craft or Barrister Mansfield or something like that. It's more traditional, but it's also not hokey 80s cologne like Clubman Panada is. So this is a nice, fresh, soapy smell with a kind of barbershop notes, and it also works really well. So I really like that about it too. And so that's what we're going to do. My brush today is a Wolf Whiskers with a Maggards super high density knot. And that I just got really lucky. I logged on to buy whatever, and he just posted these. So I got my choice, and I love this knot. Totally stands up to knots that cost 2-3 times the size. Maybe not as dense as a Declaration or something, but those are a hell of a lot more expensive too. If you want, if you're just going to have a couple things and you want a really high-end brush, I would highly recommend this. So let's get that lather started. Today's challenge is a lather audit, so we'll kind of make sure we do a good job. How does that look? What do you think? Okay, I think that's about as wet as it's going to get. One problem is, since we're shaving every day, which I normally don't do, there's not really much of any air that can cause agitation and help build the lather, so it's not quite as good as normal, but a little hard to grip with wet hands. Let's see if maybe some alum will help with that. So if you ever have trouble gripping a shave product, using an alum block can be really helpful in getting a good grip. So just wet your fingers a little, rub it on that alum block, and that is helpful. All right. So, the handle plays a big role in keeping the head stable. So I'm glad I'm using a Mamba. That is one smooth razor. The trade-off for smooth is you wouldn't want to use it if you had a couple days growth. But for now, when I have almost no growth, kind of nice. Since I'm not gripping it as well as a handle would, getting a big blade chatter, I believe is the way you would say it, which shouldn't be even a little bit surprising. But quite as hard as I thought it would be. What we thought would be a really funny challenge. Yeah. Buck. Okay. So the neck area is a bit of a challenge with this tech. So I'm not going to call this a technique. That's absurd to call this a technique. With this weird gimmicky shit I'm doing. Ow! They say shave Ed is hard. This, if you can do this, like old cavemen used to shave with busted pieces of obsidian or whatever, shells. So I don't know. First world problems. Well, maybe not cavemen, but you know what I mean. I'm happy with this. One pass is just plenty for today, so we're going to let that go. Okay, for the aftershave, we're going to use London Barbershop aftershave, also from Maggards, and again, I really like it. After this, I had a total choice going on. I guess I do, but probably would be smarter to use a non-alcohol based aftershave after that, but hey, whatever. Oh, this might shouldn't be. No, it's got alcohol. I mean, that has alcohol in it, I'm pretty sure, but like, pretty small amount. I mean, it's still a lot of skin food, I guess you would call it, in there. This is a pretty good aftershave. So, for a cologne today, a Maggards exclusive, Fougere Angelique. And that is one of my absolute favorite sets. I love the soap, the aftershave, and the cologne here. And I don't really feel like spraining my neck right now, though. And it goes great with barbershop, so I got really lucky on that one. So, lather audit challenge done. Not redneck Chewbacca. I'm not going to slang him hot coffee. Lather shave audit done, and shaving with no handle done for the first and last time, because that shit is awful. And it's been a good shave. Brad, Cassie, thank you for everything you do. You're absolutely amazing. I would say in the wet shaving community, the three that I look to the most, as far as like the original founding fathers of wet shaving, and there's a lot of new artisans I'm totally in love with. The kind of founding three that since I've been a part of it, obviously things way before that. I really feel like Will and Barrister Man pushed forward scents and creativity in scents, and really paved the way for people like Sean to come in and just blow up the shave world with other amazing scents, and a lot of people have followed since then. But Will at Barrister Man, then you got Sterling, which I feel is pretty much everyone's first stop, or at least it should be. Absolute best value, hands down, and for utility, for really nice smells, and just fantastic hardware. That's usually where I send someone for their first time looking for wet shaving. And Maggards is also where I send people, because Maggards is the one that glue the force that binded everyone together and collected all of these different artisans and gave us one place to get all of them, with fantastic customer service And I don't think we would be where we're at today if not for that. I mean, still be wet shaving, but I kind of feel like Maggard with their meetups and with their ability to centralize everything had a lot to do with creating this community. So thank you very much. And wow, I'm going to have to edit the hell out of that 18 minutes.